It is Male Vitality. It's got 8 herbs and fruit extracts, concentrated organic. InfoWarsLife.com, or call toll free. They can answer your questions or tell you about different specials we're running. We have the Fluoride Shield that has the nascent iodine and 5 other detoxing elements, not just for fluoride, but other things, heavy metals, you name it. It's a chelator, super high-powered, and I take this stuff every single day. In fact, I take it multiple times daily, and I forgot to take mine, so I'm going to take it all right now. Hold on. I've got all my stuff right over here in my personal supply. So let me take my Survival Shield. Guys, I'm almost out of Survival Shield. You get me another bottle, thank you. And then I've got the Lung Cleanse, our newest product. It's got, I don't know how many supercharged concentrated herbs and essential oils. But I'm telling you, you got a sore throat or you got allergies or whatever it is, you spray 3 shots in your mouth. Don't inhale then. 3 shots in the mouth, then inhale. And it's amazing. So that's Lung Cleanse. That helps fund our operation as well. They're not just super high-quality products. Super Male Vitality. This is what I really love. And then lastly, Fluoride Shield. And I take it all together. And Group says you can do that, but consult your physician. And that is the detoxer right there. And this stuff is super organic, concentrated. InfoWarsLife.com or 888-253-3139. And we've got the Molon Labe t-shirts made in America, the made-in-1776.com. We've got the books, the videos, the films, the high-quality water filters, everything, the very best we can bring you at the lowest prices. InfoWarsStore.com is the master website. Made-in-1776.com, InfoWarsLife.com, things like that leads you to the sub-pages that have the all made in American products and other things. We've got the classic shirt I designed back in 1998 that says mass murderers agree gun control works. I think that's made like in Costa Rica or something, because that's still our old design. We should probably convert all that over to be made in America. It just ends up costing $5 to $10 more. So we do have the made in Indonesia and made in Mexico, you know, stuff on the main page. Some of it's made in America. But if you want all made in America, go to the area that says made-in-1776.com. Okay, enough plugging. Just I never tend to plug in the first or second hour, and then we're going to run out of gas here and crash, basically, if we don't do that. Okay, I want to get into the police state news. We'll do that in the next segment, then give the number out, cover other news, take your calls in the next hour. As we realize this panopticonic system of surveillance is designed for us and to quash and shut down political speech. But before we go any further, this is Lavrov. He is the Russian foreign minister and really the right-hand man to Putin. And he says Russia will respond if eastern Ukraine is attacked. And you have to understand, folks, the Rothschild, Rockefeller-run CIA, British Intel-run CIA, it's not American, that's had a shadow government in place since 1947 with the National Security Act. They are openly attacking with paramilitary forces the 5 or 6 Russian towns that are almost completely Russian that have basically said we don't want to be ethnically cleansed by the pure Ukrainians who've got a reason to not like Russians. I mean, I'm not in the middle of this. I'm not taking sides. But the point is the West is fomenting this. And so the Russians are saying, you try to take our areas, we're going to fight back. So this could explode anytime. This is a very serious situation. I don't have to sit there and explain that to you. And I told you how this would go, and it's starting to go that way. This is a terrible situation, and it's what you expect when the world's on the edge of international crises and financial collapse. You expect the globalists to start a war. That's what I and Gerald Celente and Ron Paul and so many others have told you. The globalists are pathological. They do the same things over and over again. The more criminal, the more mentally ill you are, the more you're set in a pattern. Let's go ahead and go to the Russian foreign minister.
If we are attacked, we would certainly respond. If our interests, legitimate interests, the interests of Russians have been attacked directly, like they were in Southeast Asia, for example, I don't see any other way but to respond in full accordance with international law. Russian citizens being attacked is an attack against the Russian Federation. The only thing I would like to highlight at this stage is that the Russian troops are on the Russian territory. The requests for inspections under the so-called Vienna document of 2011 and under the Treaty of the Open Sky, they all have been granted. The inspectors visited the areas of deployment of the troops participating in the training exercises. The planes overflight the areas of exercise, and no one who participated in the inspections, including the Americans, Ukrainians, and Europeans, ever brought up any fact which would indicate that Russia was engaged in some dangerous military activity.
All right, and he said that in English as a message to the West. Okay? George Soros and Hillary Clinton and John Kerry started this. And so under common law, they're wrong. And guess what? They're running our country. They're on the Russian border, stirring stuff up, trying to create a political crisis so they can get a big bailout of Europe out of the economic devastation that happens. A new Marshall Plan. That's bottom line.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to generate an endless supply of natural silver solutions. SilverLungs.com. You'll find no wild claims or pseudoscience, just a lifetime of nano-sized pure silver solutions. The Silver Lungs generator allows you to make your own, so stop paying for silver solutions. The unique lung delivery system targets respiratory infections where other silver solutions simply cannot reach. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at SilverLungs.com. That's SilverLungs.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Alex Jones here, back live. Look, the establishment is engaged in social engineering, conditioning of the public, preparing you to accept checkpoints, black uniforms, helicopters, combat robots, total surveillance, and then telling you it's normal and you're weird if you don't like it. Oh, it's normal. We're going to kick all the ranchers that have been on the land for over 100 years off of it, claiming the feds own it. Oh, it's normal. But by us saying no, now you've got multiple U.S. senators, including the Republican senator from Nevada, saying that these people are patriots. You've got the Attorney General of Texas saying he's ready to go up and literally kick the feds off the rivers they're claiming they own now on the Texas-Oklahoma border, where they're taking people's private property on both sides of it. Headline, exclusive, Texas AG Abbott to BLM, come and take it. Republicans warn of BLM eyeing land grab along Texas-Oklahoma border. You've got 50-plus legislators meeting last weekend in Salt Lake saying, let's move to take the federal land and give it to the states and the people. It's happening. We have the moral authority. Not a bunch of foreign banks that run the federal government and then through that want to steal all the land. We have to say no. We have to stand up. We have to be radical in the face of radicals because we're not radical. Radicalism in defense of liberty is no vice. Extremism in defense of liberty is no vice. Barry Goldwater. We're not the radicals. But if they're radically attacking us, we have to radically stand up against them. That's the measured response. And call them out and stop letting them have the moral authority. They're building a criminal grid with Republican and Democratic leadership to suppress political speech, free speech zones, IRS shutting down pro-life groups and conservative groups. This is oppression. And if they get away with this, then it's NDAA. Now, here's part of the video up on Infowars.com that is from the company itself, but folks online have added closed captions to it to describe the pitfalls. Louisiana creates database of citizens who represent a, quote, risk to the state. Not that you've committed a crime or you say you're going to do something. No, they're going to say, we're watching everything you do and seeing if you're a risk to the state. See, now the government's about who's a risk to the state, not about who's a risk to our liberty. And then New York Homeland Security encourages businesses to snitch on preppers as terrorists, purchases of MREs, flashlights, ammunition as suspicious activity, as Homeland Security buys 25 million more rounds of shotgun shells. Let's go to this promo video where they're promoting what the state of Louisiana is rolling out. Here it is.
When we built our system, we decided instead of providing an agency-specific solution, that we would instead create a centralized data warehouse, applying the SAS fraud framework there, and allow every agency within state government to operate like a hub and spoke type system where they would all send in their data by the centralized data warehouse getting data.
Back it up 5 seconds. See, I'm going to analyze this whole thing in the next hour after calls. It's an arms race, a police state race, a control freak race, a pedophile race in the public schools and the system, a power grab race. Now the states with the threat fusion centers are all having private companies directed by the government and InfraGard to deploy NSA grids to the ground and then give you access to it. So see, the way they make sure that you can never get rid of the surveillance state is they start handing it around to everybody. But when you accept the system, you're now buying into it as well. Let's go back to the piece.
Where they would all send in their data by the centralized data warehouse getting data from those multiple sources. It would allow each participating agency who was seeking to detect fraud within their agency to create that comprehensive person profile and look for anomalies. The beauty to me behind the solution that SAS provided was that they were able to take a state that was data rich and solution poor and compile, aggregate all of that data into a single location so that we could then have multiple applications.
We'll be right back, folks. This is government making money. Members of the legislature involved with the companies spying on everyone.
Thank you for
next hour coming up, folks. Stay with us. We've got the pedophile reports out of Hollywood coming up. We've got massive police state news.
A chemical spill contaminating the water supply in 9 West Virginia counties.
This year alone, over 300,000 people in West Virginia had their drinking water contaminated.
What are the health effects of having these drugs in our drinking water?
It's forced medical treatment without the consent of residents.
My friends, water filtration is one of the most basic actions you can take to protect you and your family from the harmful toxins and heavy metals in your tap water.
On average, the county says it sprays with the glyphosate at least once a week.
Few filters cut out the glyphosates that is found in water supply supplies worldwide. Remove pesticides, herbicides, chloramines, hydrofluorosilicic acid, sodium hexafluorosilicate.
Fluoride, it is in tea, it's in coffee, it's in water, it's in bread, it's in toothpaste.
It is our responsibility to protect our families. The establishment's not going to do it. It's time to take action. It's time to filter our water. Visit InfoWarsStore.com and use promo code WATER to get 10% off their entire family of incredible products. Or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Waging war on corruption.